Everyone talks about blueberries. Everyone talks about salmon. And sure, they are fine choices. But if you are over 60 and genuinely concerned about staying mentally sharp, there's a whole different conversation happening in research labs right now. One that most health channels have not caught up to yet. Today, we are covering 5 foods that may quietly support your brain in ways that will genuinely surprise you. And one of them, you do not even have to eat. Just having it nearby might be enough. Let us start with something that sounds more like a fantasy novel creature than a grocery item. Lion's mane mushroom. This unusual shaggy-looking fungus contains 2 rare compounds, hericenones and arenosines, that have been studied for their ability to stimulate something called nerve growth factor. Nerve growth factor essentially signals your brain to repair and maintain its own neurons. Almost no other food on the planet does this. A Japanese clinical trial involving older adults with mild cognitive concerns showed measurable improvements after just 16 weeks of regular consumption. You can find it as a powder, a tea, a supplement, or even fresh at Asian grocery stores. It is worth knowing about. But here's where it gets interesting, because the next food is probably already in your home right now, just being completely ignored. Pumpkin seeds. Small, easy to overlook, and genuinely remarkable for the aging brain. They contain all 4 minerals most critical for brain signaling: zinc, magnesium, copper, and iron. Studies suggest that zinc deficiency alone is directly linked to memory loss and brain fog, and many seniors are low in it without ever realizing it. Magnesium regulates how nerve signals travel. Copper helps build and maintain brain pathways. A small handful daily, as a snack, on a salad, anything really, and you are covering ground that most multivitamins miss. Now for one that might actually make you happy. Raw cacao. And no, this is not permission to eat a candy bar. Raw cacao, or high-quality dark chocolate above 85%, contains flavonols that may increase blood flow to the brain and support processing speed as we age. The catch is that standard chocolate manufacturing destroys most of these compounds. The real stuff, raw cacao powder or minimally processed dark chocolate, is a completely different food. Small amounts, consistently. That is the approach. This next one sounds futuristic, but it's been around for billions of years. Spirulina is a blue-green algae packed with a compound called phycocyanin, which has been studied for reducing neuroinflammation, one of the leading drivers of cognitive decline in older adults. It's also rich in B vitamins and iron. 1 teaspoon stirred into a morning smoothie is enough. The taste is strong, but fruit masks it easily. And now, the one you do not have to eat. Rosemary. Researchers at the University of Northumbria found that simply being in a rosemary-scented room was associated with significantly better performance on memory speed tests. A compound in its aroma called 1.8 cineol may actually enter the bloodstream through inhalation alone. Eating it adds even more anti-inflammatory benefits. Fresh, dried, or as an oil, it is perhaps the most effortless brain supporter on this entire list. One quick but important note before we wrap up. Even the best foods struggle to make a difference if chronic dehydration, poor sleep, and processed sugar are part of the daily picture. Most seniors are mildly dehydrated on a consistent basis, and the brain, which is roughly 75% water, feels that immediately. Not meant to frighten you, just worth knowing. So, here's where we land. Lion's mane for neural repair. Pumpkin seeds for the minerals your brain is likely missing, raw cacao for blood flow and processing speed, spirulina to fight brain inflammation, and rosemary, a herb that may work even before it reaches your plate. None of these are magic, none of them replace your doctor's advice, and you should always consult a professional before making changes to your diet. But the brain is the one organ most people wait too long to take care of. Small, consistent choices made today may matter far more than you think.